there's at least one serious injury, but I'm not sure the condition of all the people. They've all been taken away except for one, which they're still trying to extricate.
Can you explain who was on board? How many passengers? How many flying?
I think it was 2 passengers and 2 pilots.
And where were they going?
I don't know.
Do you not know?
We've seen that this is registered out of Delaware, a Global Aircraft Acquisitions. Is there any indication that it was coming from Delaware, or no indications it was going to Greenville on purpose?
That'll all be released by the FAA later. I don't know where they were coming from. A lot of aircraft are registered in Delaware.
So it was landing?
It was landing.
Was it able to slow down at all, or did it just, was there any indication?
I saw it land, and it looked perfectly normal. Then I lose sight of it when it goes past a certain point from my office, but it looked perfectly normal. I don't know if there was a brake malfunction. I don't want to speculate, but something happened, obviously, that kept them from stopping.
Is the engine still on? Is there any current concern for the paramedics and first responders still on scene?
I'm glad you brought that up. We're wanting the public, I know you're curious, but stay away because there's a leaking fuel situation in one of the engines. They have not been able to shut down yet. They're working on that right now. So for your own safety, please stay away.
Now, was it purposely landing in Greenville, or was this an emergency landing situation?
It was purposefully landing in Greenville. I think they were going to pick up additional passengers.
Can you explain the situation now, what people are doing out there? Obviously, it went off into the roadway.
Well, the police department and the fire department have done a great job of securing the scene, and we've got a hazmat situation now because fuel is leaking into a ditch and proceeding down that ditch, and so they're trying to get the hazmat team in place to minimize the damage done there.
Can you explain the situation after it came to rest? We've heard that the engines were still full throttle. What was it like?
Yeah, I believe that one of the pilots, not sure which, was either temporarily unconscious or whatnot, but was leaning on the throttle. But the front section of the fuselage was separated from the rest of the fuselage, but apparently there were still some cables and fuel lines attached because it ran for several minutes.
Now, how many passengers, how many pilots?
2 passengers and 2 pilots, we think. That's to the best of our knowledge.
So first responders haven't been able to fully get into the rest of the plane?
No. No. They're making sure that there's no additional injury to person or property.
Has anything like this happened in recent memory to this extent?
No. Well, I mean, we've had minor gear accidents, and even a month or 2 ago we had an aircraft slide off another runway, but it was no injuries whatsoever, and it was a very minor incident. No burns. I just think probably blunt force trauma from a hard, it's a big drop off from the bank, so I'm sure that it was a very hard drop.
This is a bad situation, but did the plane do what it was supposed to do in terms of not going any further into the road, with the runway design, that sort of thing?
I don't know what happened to the aircraft. Aircraft that size and larger land at our airport all the time, and it's routine and never a problem. So something obviously went wrong. I just don't know what.
And you say the FAA, are they on the ground right now?
They are en route from Columbia to investigate.
Do you know if it was the pilot or passenger in serious condition?
Say again?
Pilot or passenger that's in serious condition?
I believe it's the pilot.
How bad was that fire? What can you tell us about that?
I didn't see any fire.
No fire?
No fire. I just saw the engine running made it look like fire because it was stirring up a lot of dust.
So at this point, no fire, but just concern because of the engine?
The fire, yeah, that's exactly right. They want to secure it to make sure there is no fire or put out fire if there is one. But they're spraying foam there right now until they get the engine shut off just to make sure there is no spark that could ignite a fire.
And the one still inside the plane, is that a pilot or passenger?
Pilot.
Now, were those people able to get out themselves, or did people have to come and help them out?
I really don't know. I was not the first on the scene, so I don't know what the situation was. But I heard they were outside. At least two were outside the aircraft when the first people arrived.
And you said there were minor injuries?
I wouldn't say minor. I don't taken up and
Were they able to tell you anything about?
I was not even. Department secured the area and didn't let any civilians, for our own safety, be around the individuals.
Still on the plane?
Yes. He was when I left.
What time did the actual call come in? Or when did it say?
Right at 1:40.
Do you know the individual still inside? Is he conscious? Unconscious?
I don't know. I haven't even gotten close to the aircraft. I'm just being told what people have found. I don't see any reason. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 3 males and
Can you say spell your first and last name and your title, please?
Joe Frazier, Frasher. I'm the airport director, Greenville Downtown Airport.
Joe, could you just explain how rare this is? This happens every day where pilots land successfully, right?
Yes, I mean like I said, we have aircraft that are this large and larger routinely land at this airport. In fact, there's several on the ramp right now waiting to take. It's routine. It's very rare that this has happened. In maybe 20 years, we might have had 3 or 4 minor incidents, and this is probably the most serious.
So
Any other questions, guys?
With what's going on right now, I mean, how long does it take, to deal with that hazmat situation? Are we talking hours, a day?
I'll let Chief Little kind of speak to what you're seeing here and what you expect. Kind of hours.
Okay, thanks. So what we now, because the medical needs have been attended to the best that we is we're trying to shut off the engine so that and then that we're able to seal off any downstream flowing jet other materials, because they put foam on the wing and on the engine and on the plane. That gets into the watershed as well. So we're trying far down in at this moment between the sheriff's office, the police department, and the fire department. We're trying to make those assessments from the air, also from the ground. So what we'll try to do is seal that off. So for the public, if you're going toward Haywood Road, you probably not want that to happen over the next few days. And if you are anywhere near there, you certainly don't want to be smoking or anything. It is jet fuel that's leaked into the water shed, so we want to be able to contain that and then absorb it to clean up the water. Those are essentially the different functions. This will be an active scene for quite some time. The road of time, because the FAA will need to do the work that they do, and from there, we'll just manage the scene. We're here to assist fire, assist the airport, assist FAA.
Do you know what streets those are?
So, but it's down at the bottom of the valley right here, and it flows toward Haywood Road. Eventually, I understand it flows into Lowell Creek, or possibly does, and so we're trying to assess downstream where that is. We know it's not flowing the other direction. It's flowing this way.
Is that a situation that DNR gets involved?
Not generally. Fire may be able to say whether they involve them or not, but I think we contain it between the county. That's kind of how that works.
You guys and removal of the roadway, things like that.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
How do I